Hello everyone and welcome to my first ever video on YouTube on the FPL founder account. Thanks to anyone tuning in. Hopefully a lot of you come over from TikTok, doing very well over there. Thanks for all the support, smashing it over there. Hopefully you come over here for a bit more long form videos. Yeah, I'm going to get into the content straight away. As you can see by the title, I'm looking at hidden gems this season. Going to be posting a lot of different videos, transfer strategies, players to look out for, wild cards as and when we get there, captaincy, anything you guys want to see as well. Obviously post in the comments, I'll be more than happy to get some videos done on them. And obviously if there's anything you want to go through with your team, let me know. Keep sending over your teams on TikTok as well. I'm more than happy to rate them. If you do want to go through anything else, just drop me a message or comment and I'll go through that as well with you. But yeah, as you can see, I'm going to be looking at some hidden gems. There are different price ranges. None of them are like top end. They're just ones I found that I think are a little bit valued lower than they should be. Right, so let's have a look at the first one. So it is a keeper. It's going to be Kinski of Spurs. So at 4.5 million, I think is a great price. I mean, he's potentially going to be the Tottenham #1. Done very well with them at the end of the season. Basically kept them up as well. Some massive saves he pulled off. If he's not, then Vicario's still there. He's also at 4.5 million, so he could also be the one you go with. But I think he's probably going to be leaving, and then it will be Kinski as the #1. Yeah, so Spurs have had some good transfer business done already. Obviously, you've got Van Hecken, they've got Senesi, Robertson, Tonali, Fernandez. So definitely strengthened their team. No European football as well this year, so they would probably be looking to climb their way out the league as well. I would imagine they'll be looking for European spots with the amount of money they spent. And if you've got a keeper at 4.5 million in a European spot, you'd expect him to get quite a few clean sheets. If not, he does get quite a few save points as well, I'd imagine, going forward. But obviously, it depends on their defence. You'd imagine Van Heck and Van der Ven will be the starting pair. So that's a pretty solid defence in front of him. Yeah, he's definitely one to consider. I mean, there's not really other at the same price point. I mean, you've got Verbruggen, you've got Petrovic, you've got Leno. I don't really like the look at. I mean, Verbruggen's probably the one you'd probably be looking at as the go-to out of the three. Leno, I think, is going to struggle a little bit this year. I don't think Fulham are going to be as good with the new manager, Arbeloa. And then Petrovic, not sure. Had a good season, but again, they've lost to Nessie, so defensively, not too sure where they're going to be at this season. Right, and the next player I want to show you is Ballard. 5 million. I think it's a good price point for him. Great first fixture. Again, second one, not too bad either. After that, it does fall off a little bit, but you could easily bench him if you're not happy with him. Got some good points last season as well. Couple of goals. He was actually the highest scorer in the first round of FPL last season, beating West Ham 3-0. He did score and get DEFCON in that game, so I think a few people did jump on him after that. He was cheaper then. I think he started at 4.5 million, but 5 mil. Definitely still a good option for the team as well. Again, they do have Europe, so it will be interesting to see if there's rotation there, but I think he's one to definitely keep an eye on for sure. Right, next up we're looking at a midfielder. This time will be Martin Odegaard. Didn't have his best season last year by any means. Had a lot of injuries. Only got the one goal, but great first fixture against Coventry. Villa, I'm not too sure how well they're going to be getting on this year. Obviously lost Rodgers and Tielemans, so we'll see how they do. But I think Rice is expected to be out for a couple of games. He was obviously carrying a bit of an injury during the World Cup. He's played a lot of football as well, so I think they may rest him. That will then give Odegaard more chance of starting. Probably be on set pieces as well. Obviously, maybe not penalties, but he definitely will be on some sort of corners and free kicks. He was taking them before Rice sort of took over the duties of that. So I think he's definitely one to keep an eye out for this season. I wouldn't rush to buy him straight away, but if you want a bit of a differential at the start of the season, he could be the one to go to. But maybe just see how it goes with Rice. Obviously, if he is fit or meant to be fit after the second game or the first game, then I probably wouldn't go for Odegaard, but he's definitely one who's an option for a differential. And then another man from this team, go down here, is Victor Gyökeres. Not the best first season in the league, but not bad by any means. 14 goals, 1 assist. That's not too bad. I mean, I'm not 100% not sure if he's going to be the starting striker, but the amount of money they'd pay for him, you'd imagine he's going to be. Depends how it starts. Obviously, keep an eye on pre-season minutes wise. If it is Havertz getting a lot more of the minutes, then you imagine he will be. But again, it's 7.5 million for both of them. Arsenal will definitely be challenging for the title again. So if you can pick up one of their strikers for 7.5 million and a starting, I think it's a bit of a bargain, really. Strikers this season, not no one really screaming out. Obviously, you got Haaland is the main one. Then there's a lot around a similar price point, 7.5 and 6 million, so it would look pretty decent. But you could get a guy who's number one or number two in the league. He could be banging goals this year. Definitely one to keep an eye out for. First game will be big for them. If they go and smash Coventry, you'd expect him to be amongst the goals if he does start. But one to keep an eye out for. And then obviously you've still got Havertz as well, if not at the same price point. But I'm going to go for Victor Gyökeres as one to keep an eye out on. So that's 4 so far. Right, the next player on the list will be Phil Foden, a man who had a very good season a couple of years ago, Player of the Year, unbelievable score from him, 230 points, only coming in at 7 million this season. I mean, I think with Bernardo Silva going, he could get a lot more minutes. He could play the Bernardo Silva role. He's been there, done that. So I think he's definitely one to keep an eye out for sure. They have obviously got Doku, they've got Semenyo and Cherki are going to be the attacking players, but he could easily drop D. We all know what Man City are like. They play a lot with the possession, play a lot with the ball. If Rodrigo does end up leaving as well, potentially linked away to Real Madrid, he could even drop a little bit deeper next to Anderson. I don't see it personally, but I think he has done that on the odd occasion, especially in a game where I'd imagine they're going to be looking to win, like Coventry. I mean, the first few games are not actually too bad. Bournemouth, you'd expect them to go there and win. Pally is strong. They've lost the Quar already, and obviously Glasner's gone, so I'm not too sure how they're going to shape up this season. Coventry, I'd imagine, to pick up the 3 points and a comfortable win there. United, Derby, you never know how that's going to go. And then Sunderland again, you'd expect them to win there. So he's definitely one to keep an eye out for. If he starts the season well, 7 million is a bargain really for him. He's an unbelievable player. If he could get anywhere near these sort of points, then he's going to be in for a very good season. Obviously, he still did play quite a lot of minutes, but it was a lot off the bench. I think he started quite slow as well, so there's a lot of rotation there. But he still got a decent points return last year. Right, another player I want to look at from the strikers is Solanke. Terrible season last year, not just for him, but for Tottenham as well. Only the 3 goals scored. He's definitely going to be wanting to get back to his best with 19 goals. I don't think he'll get anywhere near that, but I'd imagine he will get double figures if he's a starting striker. Definitely better than Richarlison. I don't think he's all that. Played okay last season, but I think Solanke will be the main man if he's fit. He's definitely one to look at. I mean, fixture-wise, not too bad at all. Again, he's one to keep an eye on in pre-season. If you want to budget forward, 6 million, he's definitely the price point, the same as Robbie and Calvert-Lewin. Could be a bit of a differential. I have seen him in a few teams, but currently obviously only 3.8% owned, but there's a lot more people to be starting the sign up of the game, so we'll see how that gets more towards the start of the season. But if not, Richarlison could also be a decent shout if he's number one for Spurs. Again, as I mentioned earlier with Kinski, no European football, going to get a lot more rest between games, so he definitely could be one to keep an eye on. And the last one is Kadioglu. Decent season last year. I mean, 118 points, decent DEFCON as well. I think he's definitely one to keep an eye out for. Currently, Matoma is still out, so there's even a chance he plays left midfield. It could be him, it may be the Kaifa, but I think he played there a bit last year as well. He was a good player in the double game week that was last year. Decent fixtures, obviously the Arsenal Chelsea one's not great, but Villa we don't know how they're going to start. Leeds and Coventry decent, and if not, he's good for DEFCON as well. Yeah, I mean only 4.5 million. I don't think you can really go wrong with that. He doesn't even have to start for you. He could be on the bench, just bring him in as and when needed. He could rotate with other players as well. One I'd definitely be keeping an eye out for. Yeah, if he does manage to play midfield, then you've definitely got a decent player there. Could get some attacking returns as well. Could be in for some big points if they do manage to keep a clean sheet as well. But yeah, that will be the end of the video. Thanks to anyone who's made it this far. I do really appreciate you watching the first ever video. As I said, comment with any other videos you want to see from me. I've got a few others lined up, so we'll be getting them out in the next few days as well before the madness of the season starts. A couple of weeks away yet, but I'll get some more videos out. But thanks again for everyone's support, especially over on TikTok, and then anyone who's come over here to tune into this video. It will be more long form, as I said, but I will still be getting the TikToks out as well. But thanks everyone for tuning in, and I'll see you guys soon.